Kabuntagon. Today is, of course, a Friday, the last day of the month of February. These are the latest headlines sa tuwang mga national news outfits. This is compiled to us via our good friends from Revo. According to GMA News, Pag-ibig dividend rate at 6.6%. For regular savings, 7.1% for MP2s. A Fisher Folk group protests commercial fishing at the Supreme Court, and ABS-CBN to sell 30,000 square meters of its property in Quezon City to Ayala Land. And Richard Quest of CNN, wow, namangha sa spaghetti wires sa Metro Manila. How on earth does this work? Good question, Richard Quest. Naputi daghan diri ana sa siyudad sa Sugbo, although we're working on it furiously. Hopefully, mawagtang na ni ato ang mga spaghetti pababa, mga spaghetti wires sa Cebu City. But si Richard Quest sa CNN ay buong lang sa pagtanaw niya, pagkakita niya sa mga spaghetti wires dito sa Manila. May guy, wa siya nasaag diri sa Cebu. DOJ files tax evasion raps versus government contractor over ghost receipts, and Escudero sees more delays if Sara Duterte's impeachment trial is not done legally. Palace says government to heighten measures versus spies, and the Securities and Exchange Commission, or SEC, sees increase in foreign business registrations after the Philippines exit from the FATF gray list. And the Philippines wants enhanced relations with Sweden and Egypt. O kanang balita sa GMA News. Let's go to the ABS-CBN news headlines. Malacanang to follow Supreme Court decision on PhilHealth funds petition. DOJ files 176 million pesos tax evasion versus Hillmarks Construction Corporation. And PLDT telco core net income edges up in 2024. Maya now profitable. According to the PCGG, 16 vehicles recovered in Marcos ill-gotten wealth case, and Bulacan rice millers seek NBI help over warehouse raids. And the Bureau of Customs seizes 3.24 million pesos of unmarked fuel tanker in Bicol. And the Supreme Court asks House leaders to comment on the TRO of vloggers, influencers. The Immigration Bureau to deport more POGO workers. And Taiwan detains Chinese ship captain for severing subsea cable. Here's the latest headlines sa Inquirer.net. DOE developing transition financing measures for nuclear deployment. And Marcos inaugurates Pasig River Rehab Project Phase 3. Marcos tirades versus Duterte administration way of showing he's not weak, according to Malacanang. And women to get free LRT rides on National Women's Month starting March 8, or is it only on March 8? And Francis Tolentino vows support for barangay frontliners. Latest MacArthur Park ranks 15th in the Google Top 20 tourist spots. And Laguna cop faces dismissal for alleged robbery holdup involvement. DSWD expands workforce for decommissioned MILF fighters. And egg prices, oh my God, could jump 41% this year, according to USDA. Those are the latest headlines at Inquirer.net. Let's go to Philippine Star. Rice tariff collection plunges 70% in January, and Malacanang to increase security following espionage threats. 401 fighters, or rather 401, I should say, foreigners, arrested in a massive POGO raid in Pasay City. And the PCG joins UP DNR research expedition to Calayan. Lazada expands operations in Mindanao. And mayor's husband killed in Lanao del Sur shooting. Uy. Nagsugod na ang election violence. Drug den shot 4 arrested in 2 PDEA or PDEA Mindanao operations, and Philippine youth among most willing to accept undemocratic rule in Southeast Asia, according to a study. Interesting. Filipino youth among most willing to accept undemocratic rule in Southeast Asia. Ano ka? Ano sa mga mga kabataan? Okay ra mo undemocratic rule? Well, that's kind of scary. Global generosity wanes, but Filipinos remain among the most dedicated volunteers. Well, that's some good news. Those are the latest headlines of Philippine Star. Let's go to the Philippine News Agency. The Department of Health, or DOH, reports 1,486 diarrhea cases in Eastern Visayas, and last mile schools to benefit from DepEd GSIS tech facilities boost. And the Department of Tourism creates new office to fast-track big-ticket projects. And BNI presses for dengue vaccine approval as cases surge. Ngano kang surge niya ang atong dengue cases diri. And Senate proposes July 30 as the start of the VP Sara impeachment trial. And Estrada wants a ban on unsolicited pre-approved credit cards. According to our friends from Manila Bulletin, PhilHealth increases support for Pinoys living with HIV or AIDS. And rice importation tariff cut blamed for drop in palay prices. Mas mura, 33 pesos per kilo can be bought na rice nga 33 pesos per kilo rice in Camarines Sur, says Villafuerte. And VP Sara jokes about Dad Rodi's dictatorship claim. NPA fighter killed in Capiz clash and 6 hurt in Cabagan Santa Maria Bridge in Isabela Bridge collapses. Santa Maria Bridge ni collapse ni na unum kabuk ang naangil. According to the Manila Times, new dengue vaccine pushed and budget deficit exceeds target. BIR launches 2025 tax campaign. Calabarzon domestic workers to get their pay hike. And Pag-asa introduces new typhoon names. Unsa na kay mga pangan sa atong mga bagyo diri? Dili naman ka babay. Unsa naman? Lalaki na pod. Unsa man? Ato ning mahibawan pohon-pohon. Flagship office to speed up big projects, and lawmaker calls for probe of 96 million pesos in ghost projects. And 400 workers in scam hub fall. Mo ka ng latest headlines sa atong mga national news outfits, news dailies. Now let's go to our latest headlines sa ato ang local news daily, Sunstar. I'm reading off the digital copy of Sunstar. You can do the same. Just go to their website and find out how you can get a copy of Sunstar digitally. Di nakakinunglan og newspaper. Ang headline sa Sunstar karon, City Hall bonus of 35,000 won't be flagged. A local legislator is confident that the state auditors will not flag the Cebu City government if it pushes through with the distribution of 35,000 pesos in Charter Day bonus to regular and casual employees. This was the sentiment of City Councilor Noel Wenceslao following the Commission on Audits, or COA's issuance of a notice on Feb 17 that suspended the payment of 71 million pesos in Charter Day service incentives to about 5,000 city employees in 2023. Each employee received 15,000 during the administration of former Mayor Mike Rama. The issue about COA's notice of suspension surfaced during the City Council's deliberations in proposed first supplement budget, SB1, amounting to 635 million pesos. City Councilor Mary Ann de los Santos called the council's attention on the matter. Cebu City celebrated the 88th Charter Day on Monday, Feb 24. Moka ng headlines sa Sunstar Cebu that the City Hall 35,000 bonus will not be flagged. Let's go to the latest weather report. Sa Cebu City lang ta. Weather report as of this morning, mostly cloudy skies with a little bit of sun and cloudy as well as in the evening. Temperatures are expected to be 30 degrees centigrade and ang Kinubsan 25 degrees centigrade with a humidity level of 73%. Of course, right now as we speak, the sky is mostly cloudy and winds are blowing from the northeast at 12 kilometers per hour. There's a 25% chance of rain. Karong adlaw, Feb 28, the last day of the month of February. Ugma, Marso na jud. My goodness, kusuga gis panahon eh. Muna giniingon nila, the days are long, medyo taas-taas ang mga adlaw, pero ang mga buwan murag mga tuig murag sayo ra jud kay kusog jud kay mo lupad sa murag nagwa. Hapit na sad mo Marso. Hapit na nahuman ang buwan sa Pebrero. Hapit na mahuman ang first quarter of the year. Those are the latest news bites. Stay tuned again tomorrow at 9:30 in the morning for the latest news headlines sa atong mga national news outfits and sa atong local newspaper Sunstar Cebu as well as the weather. This is Jiggy Juice and thank you for listening to our top of the morning news bites for today, Feb 28, 2025.